Hello, new wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 30th of September 2022. As usual, before we get into it, if I could ask the favour, and that's if you would please subscribe to the channel, that'd be excellent. Every subscriber helps and is appreciated. So if you would hit the button, that'd be excellent. Right, today the band is Adventure and the album is Tales of Belle Part 2. Unveiled by Fire. Now, Adventure, if you might not have heard of them, are a quite excellent sort of like progressive rock band from Norway, and their style is very much inspired by 1970s Uriah Heep, which is no bad thing in my book. And as the title suggests, Tales of Belle Part 2, it's Part 2 of following on from Part 1. It's a concept album. What's the word for two? Duology. To conclude the story of a 19th century mass murderer serial killer named Belle Gunness, who came from Norway, emigrated to America. That was what Part 1 of this was all about, and she became a notorious serial killer, really. All dark, bleak stuff, and an unusual concept for a band to cover, but they do it very, very well indeed. And this concludes the tale of Belle, and now she met her end, or did she? Because although word at the time was that she died in a fire, that apparently was never confirmed because no body was found that could be matched to Belle. So, all mysterious, little bit of mystery to it as well. The tale overall is very well told in the lyrics, and it follows a similar musical thread to Tales of Belle Part 1, which there's a review on the channel of that as well. And overall, it's that sort of glorious mixture of 1970s style Uriah Heep inspired stuff. We've got Mick Box style riffs, we've got Ken Hensley like Hammond organ swells and those eerie ethereal synths that he was so good at. There's a bit of folksy stuff thrown in, and even good old Clive Nolan turns up to do a little bit of narration. Very well put together, very well performed album in my opinion, and complements the Part 1 of the saga very well. Given the subject matter, Belle's serial killing, it's a little bit darker and a bit more brooding than Part 1. It's entirely understandable, but that doesn't detract from the enjoyment of the listen, because the music tells the story, the lyrics tell the story, and it's really, really well done. The atmospherics as well make it a little bit sinister. But they do come in with some clouting heavy rockers from time to time, none more than one called Confusion. Very much got an easy living feel to it. Uriah Heep, we've got the Mick Box riffs again, that Hammond organ, the eerie synth stabs, the solo channels, Mick Box. It's great stuff. Really, although it is very reminiscent of 70s Heep, it's modern and Adventure's own style as well. The Heap influence is a running theme through both Tales of Belle albums, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. And in my opinion, speaking as an old Heap fan myself. Now, Adventure, whilst clearly influenced by that classic 70s style, they certainly got enough talent and ability to put together two albums as good as this, which covers a tricky historical concept and do so as skillfully as they have. I'll put a link to the album below in the description so you can check it out on Amazon if you would like to. I do suggest you do. It really is good stuff. And although I own Part 1 and Part 2, I'm now going to check out some of Adventure's earlier albums and hope they're in a similar style. So there we are. That's Adventure Tales of Belle Part 2. Please subscribe to the channel before you go. That really would be excellent. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.